Okay, y'all, welcome to part two. I'm just kidding. Oh gosh, this is not gonna stop, is it? So the thing is that there's just a lot of people out here who don't understand that they are not aware of their power. The thing is, a lot of people out here, you're born with you're born with certain powers, supernatural powers, and I'm sure a lot of people who are spiritual, they know what I'm talking about. But the thing is that I don't know. A lot of guys are mean. It's like they they treat and act like trans women are stupid. Now, like just because there's a lot of trans women who act up, there's a lot of men who are cisgender. There's a lot of who are not. I don't know. It's just different. Like I just can't deal with it. I feel like a lot of you guys don't understand that you're just not. When you do certain stuff, you're setting some things into motion. Like, and a lot of people don't think that. They think that if they just do something, that it's gonna like, oh, I'm gonna send you something, and then if like something knocks, you guys think that you're more powerful than what you are. Like, you think you have the ability to be. It freaks people out, and a lot of people just get power from it. So that's why I'm just like, what's the purpose of being on here? You have men, and a lot of people don't understand that it's because this generation is very. What I'm seeing is a lot of this generation. I feel like, I mean, obviously, the only generation I've experienced is the 2000s and now. 2000s was way better. 2000s is comparable to the 90s and 80s for sure. Like, there's just no doubt. But I just want to say my final goodbyes to the world. Whatever, IG, TikTok, YouTube, whatever you guys feel like, because ultimately it's just not. This world isn't for everybody, and it's okay. That's why a lot of us get taken out and we get killed really early in life, or people are like, why do people die? Because some people are just suffering. You know, some people, just because they can do makeup, just because they can put a smile on people's face, it does not mean that they're not going through pain. And a lot of people have a hard time admitting that, because they'll say that, and then they'll watch you and they'll be like, they'll feel like, okay, well, there's nothing wrong with you because you're not acting. A lot of people want to be men. Like, you want to be visual. You want to wear the pants in relationships. You want to tell people what to do, and it's like, obviously you can see I come on here. I have missing nail. Like, I. It's not that I'm not. It's not that I don't. It's just that it shouldn't matter. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be worried about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, you're not even focused on the message. You're a lot of people who watch this, they just care about the voice, that, like, your voice, like, this is what I'm getting, like, your voice is just annoying to me. And it's like, you're not making me feel better by trying to be annoying on purpose to make me feel better. Like, that just makes me look at you as fake. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it doesn't, like, let me, for my real people out there, I am an Aquarius rising. So I'm an Aquarius. And let me just be honest, there are a lot of things that are right about, you know, Aquarius people. And the only people who are really Aquarius people are people who are Aquarius risings. And, most people are not going to agree with that, because they don't like me. You know what I'm saying? There's just a lot of people out there, from people out there, you know, they just don't like me. And it's hard. You know what I'm saying? Like men nowadays, men definitely don't like me because a lot of men still think I'm a dude. A lot of men think I'm a dude because no matter how I present myself, they just still find reasons because I'm not ultimately feminine, and I don't want to be. You know, I grew up with a boy cousin who we both, did dirty stuff. We were just rough. We were in our masculine. And I just don't want. It's not that I don't know how to explain it, y'all, but I'm weird, and it's not that Aquariuses are weird. We're not weird. Because I feel like sometimes, like, because you know how some people they misunderstand astrology and they think the sun sign is your personality. But I think when people wrote whatever they wrote about like the sign before the next sign, like so Sagittarius is before Capricorn. So whatever the traits had about Sagittarius actually belonged to Scorpio or Capricorn, the next one, because they read it wrong, or they guessed they read somebody's sun sign, or they figured out somebody's actions and they figured out what their sun sign was, and they were like, okay, well, this is how whatever sign that it is. But they didn't understand that it's your rising sign, your ascendant sign, your first house. It makes sense. I mean, it should be very, very explanatory. Like your first house, is your first house. Your first house is your first house of personality. Your first house is the house of how you dress, how you look. It's just it has a lot to do. But like I said, that's why I just don't care. It's like no matter how long I stay on this earth, it's just like it's pointless. Like there's nothing for me. I feel like people are watching me when we be like, okay, like you're constantly plotting. People are just not good. People are just not good people. And I guarantee you, a lot of people who watch this, they're gonna take whatever it is. For I feel like a lot of men might watch this and be like this tranny thinks she's so important because she's going on. Like, it's just little stuff like that, and it's like I don't even like arguing about that kind of stuff. Like, I'm just like, dude. And usually, it's a lot of guys in LA. It's really like when before I even transitioned and I was in Kansas City, I never got called a fag. I never got I never got treated like a boy ever. Like men, like straight men, and I know what straight men are because I'm straight. I'm a straight woman, and men would always kiss me on the cheek, like hold my hands in public, even in Vegas, like even in Las Vegas when I was younger. So that goes to show you that a lot of guys out here are putting on a persona, and they think that it's like, oh, if I pretend to not like trans women, then and it's because they don't like certain words. Like even like right now, I don't feel like myself. I'm constantly being attacked because a lot of these people out here, they're trying so hard to be a devil that they don't they don't understand that the consequences are going to catch up to them, and it's not going to happen today. It's not going to happen next. It's going to happen eventually. The karma will wait for you, and she's going to wait till you are just you're so happy. You think everything's going to go. That's why I pay attention. If I'm not allowed to eat sometimes, eat certain things, I don't eat certain things. Like I love burgers, but I don't like killing animals. Like I'm very much so vegan. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like. I'm gonna talk about being Caucasian in the next video. So I'll see y'all.